I'm a 80s baby, so I grew up with this shit back in the day. And we talking about that He-Man shit. What's funny is I can't remember one single plot of any of those.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you. So like, I know a little bit of Masters of the Universe, but you think you can like give me like a whole like breakdown of like what's kind of like whole summed up about it?
See, I'm not the expert. I just like I remember I used to watch that shit when I was a kid, but
so it showed up as a kid. Yeah,
deep into it though.
I know. Was it Skeletor, right?
Skeletor was the enemy, and they're in that like fantasy place or whatever, a different dimension kind of place.
I'm saying,
space or some shit. And then, but He-Man is from there. But in this movie, I guess his mom sent him to Earth to hide him from Skeletor or some shit.
Oh.
And then so he eventually finds the sword, and I guess he goes back to that place he's from. Forgive me, people, for forgetting what the fuck the name of I forgot the name of the shit.
Because I know from what I remember is obviously that quote. He's like, "I have the power."
Yeah. I even I watched the '80s movie. I'll talk about that in a little bit after this. But that one, my issue with it when I was a kid, I thought like, man, it's just like a Star Wars knockoff. Because they made Skeletor seem like the Emperor.
Yeah,
that's what it came off to me. And it was, but I'd watch it, in the '80s, and like, hey,
does he have like a skeleton army or like?
Nah, it's just like mutant looking dudes and shit. Like, like they're not skeletons; they're just like other kind of like crazy looking dudes. But I haven't seen this ever, so this is new to me, people. So we won't.
Hey, I was just a little afraid when they said that Jared Leto was gonna voice him. I'm like, why are they getting him? Why is he still getting this guy projects, bro?
I know, right? Like,
Hey, I love his music, but I mean, when it comes to like movies and acting, I'm like, I don't know if he's the guy, bro.
He's just, to me, all the ones I've seen, he's just Jared Leto. Like,
he's just.
Even though a lot of people say he can do different kind of roles, it sucks that you're not gonna be able to hear it. But they actually show his voice on here.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of the clip. Yeah,
he sounds kind of like the one from the live action movie in the '90s or '80s.
Well, they said like he sounds unrecognizable, right?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like they brought the tiger.
Because I remember when he gets the sword, the tiger kind of like.
All right, so that's Grayskull, the Castle Grayskull. That's the Skeletor shit.
That looks really badass.
Hopefully they won't do too much in the real world and look into his land.
So do they bring up the real world in like the lore, or?
I think so, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I know what's his name, Kevin Smith did his own run that a lot of fans were kind of mad of.
Yeah.
But and I know there was a show in 2011 that really fleshed out everything, and they even have a different origin for the Skeletor.
I know they did another animated one with Mark Hamill voicing Skeletor.
Yeah. I think that's what we're talking about, the 2011 one. And that one actually looked cool, man. I've seen some clips of it.
Damn.
My boy Idris Elba's in this shit.
So what is he? Is he like a king or?
Yeah, he's kind of like a king, like a prince of that land. And they're fighting for the Grayskull and the sword and all that shit. So.
Damn. Oh, so they show him as a kid and everything, like flashback. Oh.
So now he's coming back to his own world.
Oh, so now he got his sword.
Remembers it and everything. Yeah. So that's the sword. And that sword gives him power.
Oh shit!
So anytime that's why he's like, I have the power.
Okay, look, that's kind of hard.
That's kind of hard.
That's bro. Okay, come on, bring it back, bro.
It looked like the cartoon.
That shit look fire, bro. Looks fire.
I ain't gonna lie. The second trailer really got me hyped. Okay, so now you hear him talking.
Okay, yeah, now we got Skeletor and everything.
The Skeletor looks dope though. He looks like the cartoon.
I love his design, bro, for this one. I was like, damn. He looks menacing as fuck. He looks really menacing, bro. Oh, sweet. We're right. So there's like creatures.
Yeah, they're bringing it like back in the day. There was a lot of action figures.
Yeah, I saw big ass. I was like,
I had a friend. He had everything. He had Castle Grayskull. He had like every fucking character.
He was a geek for He-Man then,
bro. He must have been, bro. He had all that shit. I just had like Ninja Turtle shit. It almost sounds like Bane a little bit the way he started.
Oh, look at those moves too, bro.
That shit looks, I like the way his design looks, and this shit looks dope.
Okay,
that looks real. Damn. That looks like a proper.
Like proper Skeletor.
Yeah, I'm saying, because like I said, the one in the old movie, he looked like a wannabe emperor from.
Yeah, well, I feel like the mask looked funny too.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit.
They got cheap with the mask.